So I'm Kirsten with Six Figure Business Coaching, and that's my business partner, Jeanne. And we help our clients with outsourcing their video marketing and their social media and email and blogging. So we really do that through a program called the Marketing VA Advantage that we have built through our Six Figure Business Coaching program. So if you're interested in learning more about outsourcing, that's our jam, and we love it. Jeanne, would you like to introduce our guest?
I would, and you may have seen her before. Her name is Carolyn Fagerholm, and she's absolutely delightful and very smart. And today she's going to talk to us about TikTok. So she knows the secrets to take advantage of even advertising on TikTok. So her goal is to help people grow their business by taking advantage of the tools that we have out there and taking the stress off our plate, because she is the expert. So today we're going to talk about, this will be more or less an introduction to TikTok ads and what they can do for your business.
We've been repurposing video from our long form ads. And of course, we're starting to create some original content just for TikTok using some trending topics. So we're excited to learn what made you decide to get into TikTok ads. I'm excited to hear this journey.
It seems like a natural way to go. I was already involved with doing Facebook and Instagram ads. And so that was how I got into the ads side of things in general. And I was just exploring other things, looking around, and TikTok was beginning to be more part of the conversation. And a couple months ago, even people were like, TikTok for business. I don't know about that, but it's really taken off. And if you haven't considered it for your business, I think you really should at least look into it. Get some information before you decide, because I think there's a lot of misinformation about it, how it works. And I think it can seem really intimidating when it doesn't have to. Ultimately, it's just another platform. It's very heavily video based, but it's just another platform. That's all it is.
I love that. Straight to the point. But I think we are seeing a lot more business owners understanding the importance of it, because I think Gary Vaynerchuk said it best. I think when he said, short form video is the gateway to long form video. And your long form video is often what sells people to buy, especially on a higher ticket item. Now, I do know that a lot of people actually buy directly from short form video content. So it's become really popular, especially among skincare products and things like that.
Yep. If you have a product, something that people can order now as soon as they see it, TikTok is a great thing to look into.
Yeah. So I'm such a nerd. So for the past decade or so, I get this email called Exploding Topics, and it features a few topics that have really started trending. And it's always been fascinating. So what I found is the past 6 months, out of the 5 trending topics that they usually focus on, at least 2 of those are trending because of TikTok. It was called glowing sunscreen. And that kind of gives your skin a luminous kind of glow. I don't know. But what happened is, like, there's billions of views on TikTok, and that has caused this sunscreen to just take off. And then when I was reading about the sunscreen and how that's selling like hotcakes because of TikTok, I realized that there's actually something called Skin Talk. So I guess that's where people are talking about all things skincare. And I don't know if that's a hashtag anymore or just a word that is used now, Skin Talk. Who knew? But I find it so fascinating. And it is interesting how much this is changing the buying environment for so many businesses.
It's really, TikTok is, because it's so engaged. I think we talked previously, and perhaps last time I was here, about how much higher TikTok's engagement is than other apps right now. That's why, again, apps like Facebook and Instagram are now pushing Reels. YouTube wants you to do Shorts because this short form content has really high engagement. It keeps people on the app. And that's what all these apps want. They want you there using their thing. And things usually start on TikTok, because even with YouTube Shorts and Reels, TikTok is still at the forefront of short form video. It drives the trends like Kirsten was talking about. So it's really driving the market for a lot of.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube's been around forever, and we've always considered YouTube to be a marketing tool. But I feel like TikTok is when video marketing really exploded.
And it's TikTok moving into a little bit more of trying to keep up with YouTube, in the sense that YouTube has more.
TikTok is a search engine too. So when you talk about evergreen content, really, I think what makes YouTube so special is the fact that it is a search engine. And that is what allows content to be evergreen, because somebody can go and search for something in a video that you did 2 or 3 years ago, can bring in a client for you. But TikTok's also a search engine. So if you're doing value-based content, so that content also being evergreen.
You do. And you want to have a mixture of both. It's important to try to do trends and stuff. I think of the trending, those kind of things used to extend your reach, to reach more people who maybe they wouldn't have been searching for your content necessarily, but then because you've done this trend that they've watched before, now you're in front of their face and they go, oh, hey, wait a minute, maybe. And they go to your account. And if all you have is the trending audios that they've already seen, and there's nothing about you, and there's nothing about your business, and there's nothing interesting for them to see, they're just going to scroll away. Boom, back to the For You page, back to the scroll. So you want to have a mixture. It's okay if you don't do every trend.
It's fascinating because the word trend in and of itself is something that comes in and goes out, right? TikTok is based on a trending subject. It's already starting to go out of style a little bit, right? It's like you said, once people see 2 or 3 videos on a trend, they're over it.
I was wondering, how do you find what's trending on TikTok without spending all of your time on TikTok?
We should check out trends. Yeah, so there are definitely sites there. If you just Google what's trending on TikTok right now, you'll find blog posts. There are definitely email subscriptions that you can go to. Some of them will be more specific for your niche. Some of them will probably be more broad. The only thing about them, they could be a little behind. It depends. You want to vet it, try it out, see if it works for you. Doing your own research or having somebody do it for you is a great thing to do. And if you are following people in your niche on TikTok, even if you just spend a couple minutes, it doesn't take too long. Again, the videos are really short, so you're not going to be sitting there watching a 30-minute episode. It's just 30 seconds. If you're checking in every day, every couple days, you're following the people in your niche, you'll have an idea of what people are doing on TikTok. It doesn't take a ton of time.
It also shocks me that, like you mentioned, music can be trending. There's a particular song that everybody's using in their videos. I feel like that's a little bit unusual for any platform.
It is. It's different. It's nice on TikTok that you can see what it is right there. So if you see something and you've seen this sound a couple times, you go to the right hand, the bottom of the screen. Sorry, I'm backwards. I have to channel my inner weather woman. It would be here. And you can hit the sound and take a look at the sound. See how many people have used it. If it's like a couple hundred, if you like it, then take it and do something with it. But if it doesn't get you grooving or if it doesn't spark an idea, move on. But it's also a good thing to not just look at the sound and how many people are using it, but take a look at the videos. You can see videos who have also used this sound and take a look at those accounts. What size are those accounts? If this video got thousands, million views and you go to that account and it doesn't have a ton of followers, that means that it's more likely that the sound was a part of why they went viral, as opposed to when a big creator does something, they already have, however, X many million followers. People are going to see it no matter what. So you want to find the things, those little things like the hashtags, the audios that maybe somebody's not as big, but it helps them gain more viewers. So look at an account, take a look about how many views are they getting. And if there's something that spikes, take a look at that and analyze it. What's different about this? What did they do? Was it the audio? Did they put text on the screen? TikTok SEO, like we were talking about, very important. What keywords are on the video?
It's so funny because we've been doing that for a few years with YouTube. When we're saying doing your topic research, if you find a small channel that has 10,000 subscribers, but a video that is in your niche got 500,000 views on that smaller channel, that's probably a video you might want to consider creating something concept. I love it.
So TikTok ads, if you're familiar with Facebook ads, the way they break down conversions, awareness, whatnot, it's similar on the back end, the way that a campaign is set up. So you'll have your campaign objective, which I'll talk about the different campaign objectives in a minute, but that's like the overall goal. What do you want? If you pick reach, traffic, you're trying to reach more people, get traffic to your page. And then after that, there will be the ad set. Who are you trying to target? I'm looking for people who are in this niche, people who are in this demographic, that kind of thing. And for next level, the actual ad, the video that you're going to put up. So that kind of structure, very similar to Facebook. It's not too big a transition. There are some differences though. Of course, video being a big part of it. However, a really good thing to keep in mind, don't stress too much about ad creative. Put some thought into it. But the good news is you're not really trying to make an ad. You want to make TikToks because you want it to look organic to the feed. People don't go to TikTok to see ads. They don't want to be sold to. It's not like the Super Bowl where you're going to be with every celebrity and every brand trying to get in. That's not why they're there. Nobody has the patience for it. They just want to scroll and be entertained and do whatever. So if it looks like something that's already in their feed, a TikTok that you would already post, that's a great thing to do.
Awesome. And that's something the virtual assistant could help with. If your marketing virtual assistant is already helping you create your TikTok videos and helping you find the trending topics, they can also help you figure out how to make a good TikTok that is an ad, but doesn't look like an ad.
Yep. It's TikTok is it's a little, I don't want to say grittier, but it's not as polished as Instagram Reels. It's not perfect photos. And if you just spend a little time doing that research, you'll see that. People just talk to their phones while they're putting makeup on is really popular. People do that all the time. They're in their car. They're doing other things. It's not like a perfect, pretty polished thing. So it's okay if you're just filming your TikTok while you're walking around your house. It's fine. You don't have to rent a beautiful set or anything. You don't have to have a box light if you don't want.
So tell me, does a TikTok ad have a call to action, like a button or something like Facebook does? What makes it different looking to a regular TikTok video?
I don't believe there's a button. You will see down at the bottom by the description, there will be, what does it say? Not promotion, sponsored. So that's how you know that something is an ad. And it just looks like a regular TikTok. So it's a vertical video. That's very important. I think most people know, but if you don't, maybe it's not obvious. Filming your videos like this, no go for TikTok. You want it like this. Vertical, the hot dog, not hamburger, hot dog. But of course, we've got the reach. So that's if you're trying to reach more people, get views, grow your brand. Those will be a little lower cost than a conversion ad would be when you're really trying to get somebody to buy something. So if you want to get your feet wet with ads and you're not launching anything, you're just feeling it out, giving the algorithm some data, reach might be a good place to start. And you also have traffic, just like on Facebook. You want to get somebody to your website. Again, not to buy anything, but just to get eyes there. You can do app installs if you have an app that you want people to use. You can also do video views. This is a good one if you have the money to spend and you want to grow your organic following pretty quickly. Like you want to get to that 1,000 followers. You want to be doing lives. You really want to get in there. You might want to do video views, and those will just direct people to your account. It's not going to bring them to a website or anything, but they'll go to your account. If you have a strong content there, hopefully you gain some followers. And then that helps you long-term on TikTok as well. And you have lead generation, just like on Facebook. Somebody can go to a form, fill it out. This one's good if you have maybe a webinar, or if you just want to grow your email list. That's a good thing to do. And that's nice because it keeps people on the app. It doesn't direct them somewhere else, which is always a way that you could lose someone in the funnel if they have to leave what they're doing, as opposed to they're less interrupted that way. You can also do community interaction. Again, this is one to build your following on the app, get people talking. And of course, conversion campaigns. There are different ones for if you're looking to sell a product. So you have in conversions, you can do one specifically for product sales. So if you have a thing that you want people to buy versus website conversions, people going to register for your webinar or buy something, or an app promotion are all under conversions. And conversion campaigns, those will be a little more expensive, but that kind of makes sense. You're asking TikTok's algorithm to go find people who are going to buy something. They're going to spend money, real money, not just hit the follow or go to your website.
When you say they're expensive, can you give people an idea and maybe talk a little bit about how much people should plan to spend on TikTok ads?
Yeah. So the minimum is around $500 a month, I believe. I would plan to spend at least like 20 to 30 a day. And granted, with 500, you're not going to have a ton to test. Like I said, with that kind of budget, I'd maybe do a reach campaign, traffic. I would not use that for conversions per se, just because it's harder. It's not a lot of gas in the tank, so to speak. You maybe want to look at more closer to 1,000 because that gives you some room to test things, test different video creatives and see what works. If you don't have that kind of budget, my suggestion, make a couple TikToks that you're planning to use for ads, see how they do organically. What does your audience respond to? And then take that information, take the one that does better, and then maybe use that for an ad. You can also use Spark ads, is what they're called. This is the TikTok equivalent of a boosted post on Facebook. So it's not campaign divided. You don't have targeting or anything like that like you do with a Facebook campaign or a TikTok campaign, but it's like a little boost, a little like shooting it off the trampoline, so to speak. I wouldn't use it expecting conversions for anything, but grow your following, get a little traffic, and give the algorithm a little data per se. That's okay. So that's something that's available to you if you would like.
Okay, I got two more questions. One is that I've heard that TikTok is a great way to grow your YouTube following. Talk about how you do that, and then address, if you would, if somebody has a brand new channel, what's the best thing for them to do? Right from the beginning.
So a lot of people, you'll see creators cutting down their YouTube content and resizing it to fit on TikTok. This is something that a video marketer that Jeanne and Kirsten can get for you and help you get set up with. They should be able to do this, certainly. But you take that content, cut it down, and then you have it repurposed. You've got it ready to go on TikTok. Now, my advice, definitely when you're doing that, I wouldn't just chop down any random 30 seconds. Think about, like when you're making other TikToks, a hook. Why is somebody going to stop and finish watching the video? Why are they going to take the time? If it's boring, people will scroll away quickly. If you need to work on your hooks, take a look at your analytics, look at your watch time. You can see, you get a nice graph of when people are dropping off the video. If people leave very quickly, you know that hook wasn't strong. You didn't pique people's interest. So take a look at your content, your YouTube video. Where are the highlights without giving away too much? Because you do want to drive them to the YouTube channel. But what can you entice people with? So you cut that down. You'll see this a lot with podcasts too. If you're a podcaster and you have a video podcast, tons of people do this for podcasts as well. So find a hook, cut that down, and then you can just repurpose it on TikTok.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about somebody who's brand new to TikTok. Where should they start?
So if you're brand new, I would say number one, do that research like we were talking about. Spend a little time figure out what's trending. Number two, post consistently. Just if you're brand new, if you're not on camera all the time making videos, once a day is fine, but decide when you're going to post and stick to that for at least 2 weeks, ideally a month. The TikTok algorithm loves consistency because it wants people on the app. I like to think of it like a vending machine. If you want people to buy your chocolate bar, then you need to put your chocolate bar in the same place. So you need to put it in B5. You need to post your video at 8:00 on Tuesday night. And if you move it, then it's harder for the algorithm for people to get to your candy bar, get to your TikTok. Now, if it were simple to get views, post it this time and you will get 1 million views, I would totally tell you it's not quite that simple. But for the algorithm to figure out what to do, you want to give it consistent data. So being consistent with your content is very important.
If someone is starting off on TikTok, how much content do you think that they should have before they start running ads?
I would say Give yourself at least a month, maybe even 2 if you aren't posting frequently, just to get an idea of whether or not how your audience is responding to your stuff, get an idea of what's working, what's not. Once you have that kind of feel, maybe around 1,000 followers, ideally even more, but bare minimum, I would say, just because then you've gained at least that number of people. You've gained a following of some sort. People respond to what you do. Then maybe look into the ads.
That would make sense because in order to create a video ad that looks like a TikTok, you have to know what your audience is looking for. And if you're running a campaign that's going to drive them to your profile on TikTok, you definitely want to make sure that you have enough binge-worthy content for them there. Okay.
Made like years and years of scrolling, but it's more about the quality. Thinking about interesting things like we were talking about even earlier with the mix of trending and value posts, something for them to see. Look legitimate, look like you're a real person and not a bot. And also, you can get on TikTok and use it for marketing and not be like super dedicated to going viral, or can just use it more casually. That being said, be consistent. Don't forget about it, because it is really hard to resurrect an account. If you have posted like 1 or 2 videos and then you fell off for months, rather than try to bring that back to life, start a new account, give yourself a clean slate, because TikTok, if it sees that you aren't posting for a while, you start from like negative as opposed to starting from 0. And new accounts get a little bit of a boost in the algorithm because it says, someone new, I've gained a person, I've gained a user. And it wants you to do well. It wants your TikToks to succeed.
Yeah, I think they want people constantly on there, not leaving the platform, and they're looking for new users to buy whatever those advertisers are selling.
This is great. Even if you aren't going to run ads, if you want somebody else to make the TikToks for you, you can find people to do that. The cost is going to vary greatly. If you are trying to hire Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, I don't want to know what they charge, but there are plenty of smaller creators, smaller people getting started who are looking to make user-generated content. And what that is, if you aren't familiar with the term, is somebody else, a user, making the content for you. So if I had a skin mask, a skincare line, I could go to the TikTok creator marketplace, scroll through, find somebody that I liked. Again, do your due diligence, investigate this person. Don't just hire anybody to be the face of your brand or make something for you. Research, look into it, make sure that they're somebody that you want to work with. But you can have, it's right there. It's really easy. In the TikTok creator marketplace, you can go find somebody to work with to create that content for you. And then you can post it on your channel and you can use it in your ads. This is a great way to get people because it shows it's just like a testimonial. It's somebody else is saying, oh, I've used this and I like it and I trust it.
Yeah, we were on a podcast the other day with Kevin, and he was talking about that was one of the things he did. He hired an influencer to do some content for him on TikTok, and it worked out really well. So I think that, and doing collaborations too, if you can find someone who is maybe a little bit further ahead than you are, you could say, hey, you've got this great following here, and I've got a great following somewhere else. Let's cross promote each other.